Hello, I'm C, and welcome to day 44 of my daily videos of 44 out of 100. And as I said, I'm C, and I'm silly, and I talk about move abroad things, and queer things, and lady things, and, mm, oh, mental health things, and all sorts of stuff like that. Now, if you watched my videos from before, which you probably haven't, you probably knew it seeing me. Hi, this is a new aspect ratio, and I'm sorry about the dresser thing, but I'm at a borrowed accommodation. I'm here with a friend, and they're lending me their accommodation, and I'm loving that for me. And so I thought I'd talk about today about the financial benefits or the financial aspects of being in a space where I am currently like in between places and not where I'd like to be exactly. And so, and by me saying where I want to be, I mean physically where I want to be, because I would. That's overseas. Now, I was in Mexico previously, and I was like, oh, I think I want to explore being in Southeast Asia. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, surprise. Um, I was thinking Thailand, Thailand. Oh my God, Thailand is gonna be amazing. And after spending all this time getting my documents together and everything else like that, I'm really like, hmm, okay, now I know I have most of the documents as of right now to do what I need to do, but like the money still has to apparently has to sit in my account, for in a different account, easy or access account, a more liquid account, if it were, as you were, if it pleases you to say, or pleases you to hear. And so I got to put more money in my liquid account and have that sit there for like a couple to a few months. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So, darlings, while that's marinating in that liquid account when that gets there, I have thought that, you know what, where's a place I can go where the visa is super, super easy? Very easy. I was like, Vietnam. And also, because they're not on that long list of 75 countries that the US has decided not to process visas for at the moment and for the foreseeable future. Ah, so Vietnam. You can sign up to get an eVisa with with at the eVisa website for Vietnam, and you can get a multiple entry visa for 90 days for $50. Multiple entry. Now, if you want a singular entry, I do believe it was $25. Lovely, amazing. That's what you want to do. Now, me, I want to bop around. I might want to bop around a bit, so I'm giving myself the option to do that by getting a multiple entry visa for Vietnam. I pretty much know that I do want to spend like the majority of my time, um, at least this first 6 months in Southeast Asia in Vietnam because, y'all, amongst my favorite foods is Vietnamese food. I am a Vietnamese food stan, okay? I love it. The freshness, the spring rolls. I mean, spring rolls as a whole genre of food to me, I'm like, that's great. How many different ways can I have spring rolls? That's my one of my goals. Now, it may even be, I may even have it as a food list on my channel, the many different ways to have spring rolls. Let me know if you would like to see that, because I can make that happen for you, because that is going to be one of my personal explorations around food in Vietnam. Okay? Yes. So there is a financial aspect of Vietnam that the multiple entry visa, 50 USD. Amazing. Love it. Now, for those of y'all who do not know, Vietnam is one of the most affordable countries in Southeast Asia. And I love this for me. The other thing I love for me is that I know through listening to Stephanie Perry's videos and multiple interviews with people on her channel is that Black women love Vietnam. Vietnam gives Black ladies, gives us Black women and Black queer folks the love. So I'm here to go for go to a country that where the visa is easy and they love me. Where I'll be well loved on, well taken care of. You know, the people are nice and everything else like that. I love it for me while I wait out my time, while my money waits out its time in another account. I love it. Okay. All right. Another financial aspect of being kind of in this liminal state is that in in gathering all the documents, I will say that because I've namely rush ordered all of my documents, it has cost between 20 USD and 75 USD to get required documents. And then on top of that, there's documents I go do more digging and more calling around and find out, oh, I need another document. So that's another 20 to $75, like maybe 5 times around so far. And so there's, whew, that's that. And so that's been a little dingy ding on my, no, that's been a ding on my finances. Honestly, like the biggest thing on my finances is the food cost here. Now, granted, my friend, he buys a lot of like food that we both like. Um, but there's some stuff that he likes that I just don't. I'm like, that's all you. And so I wound up buying a lot of my food. And listen, the food cost between Mexico and Hawaii, woo, shocker, shocker. Especially, you know, when you can go to the fruteria or the carniceria or the panaderia and get your items really affordably. And that's a wonderful thing. And I loved that for me. I loved it for me. Also, I love it for you. I love it for you. Please go to Mexico and go to the carniceria, panaderia, taqueria, all of the places, all of the little mini marts and everything like that, such that you can have some affordability in terms of, um, in terms of your food costs, because it's amazing. And the food at the little markets and tianguis and everything is so good. It's so good. What else? So yeah, the food cost here in Hawaii has been a bit of a shocker. So I have not gotten to spoil myself by going out to dinners and all sorts of wonderful things of that nature very frequently. I still go out every once in a while. Oh, sidebar. I haven't had a malasada yet. What am I doing with my life? Y'all, if when you come to Hawaii, please have all the different flavors of malasada, okay? Mm, delicious. They are amazing. It's a dessert. I'll let you do your own research around that if that's something you can actually eat, because I do believe there's gluten in it. So if you're only lightly gluten sensitive, you might want to, it's something you might want to suffer for just a little bit, because I'm telling you, it's good. Oh, they're so good, so good. All right, what next? What other category of finances have taken a hit? Now, I will say the huge benefit is financially is being able to stay with a friend for a few months. Y'all get in community, get yourself a good circle of friends around the world, so you can be like, hey, can I stay with you for a few weeks? And they be like, yeah. You be like saving money and also get to spend time with your friends. I love that for me. I love that for you when you get, so yes, gather your community around you, and that's amazing. Have good friends, uh, and I hope that that works out. That will definitely work out well for your pocketbook, as well as also a sidebar, your mental health. Being around friends helps with your mental health. You're happier, smilier, glowier, all of the things. All right. What else? What other area financially? Let me see. So, bills. Bills, of course. Again, that's not a category I have to. That's not much of a strain. I really significantly reduced the amount of subscriptions that I've been paying for in when I was living in Mexico. So the subscriptions, honestly, that I have now is I have Cloud AI, which is $20. I pay for a couple of servers on Digital Ocean, which is $16 because I do tech stuff and I like having servers that I can just SSH into and have all of my projects and things like that. What other subscription do I pay for? Occasionally. Now, this is very occasionally because I'm kind of upset with Netflix over there. You know, they're changing prescription subscription models over the years. But very occasionally, for instance, like Bridgerton is getting ready this week on the 29th, end of the week, is going to have a new season. And now, while I didn't think I was going to be in Hawaii this long, so originally I was like, okay, I'm going to pay for Netflix for 1 month so that I can watch Bridgerton, and then cancel that. But my friend has Netflix, y'all, which means I don't have to pay for Netflix to watch Bridgerton. Gorgeous, darling, I love it for me. And maybe I'll make him sit through a couple episodes, an episode of Bridgerton. I have no idea if he likes historical romance. We're about to find out. Um, Historical fiction romance. I don't even know, how do we categorize Bridgerton, y'all. Anyway, excuse me. As delicious as that is, Bridgerton, we love that. See what else. So other subscriptions that I might have in terms of. Oh my goodness. Oh, so I do periodically pay for another AI service. Um, and again, it has to do with doing tech projects and things like that. Um, so I think that's about it for my subscriptions as far as that goes. Um, anyway, what other category do we have here? Oh yeah, the miscellaneous, which is a long miscellaneous when I'm like, okay, what are the things that are actually less expensive to get in the United States than overseas? Which that's like all electronics, basically. You would think that even though a lot of electronics, yes, they're made in Vietnam or Taiwan and everything else like that, they would be less expensive to get while you're over there, but that is indeed not the case, unfortunately, for reasons that have to do with I, I taxes and things like that that I haven't looked up yet. So I'm not going to tell you specifically what that is, but only to tell you that get your electronics while you're in the United States. Even if you're here in Hawaii, like me, the little cost of extra shipping is still cheaper than buying the actual electronics overseas. Okay? I said what I said. Now, so along with miscellaneous, so specifically for me, I had to get a tripod, which is actually the new tripod that I'm using right now. It's more lightweight tripod. Actually, I left my misplaced my other tripod for my camera, and so I got another one that also has a button, a remote for taking pictures at distance. So yay, that's lovely. And I love that for myself. And also is this, like inside of here is a, I hope that didn't pop or anything, but there's a microphone in here, such that um, you can hear me better. And I'm using this sock as a dead cat. I don't like that, dead cat, dead cat. What a terrible thing to say. Um, a pop shield, as it were. And yeah, is it? I was actually kind of surprised to, and this is also me. I didn't read the description completely, or maybe I saw a picture and it was an accurate picture, but it did show like a small pop shield, a fuzzy pop shield, which can also be called a squirrel. I know ADG squirrel, no actual squirrel goes on the microphone to keep the plosives from. something like pow, pow, pow. Or it keeps your breath from being like, or the wind like, all of that. And so, yeah, I'm doing the cheap version. I'm just using a sock, which a friend suggested. So thank you. Thank you, Magnus. You're awesome. He's like, how about a sock? I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Most excellent. Most excellent. Alrighty. So, tripod, microphone, other thing that I will be getting when I finally have access to the rest of my funds. Hi, I'm deciding on whether I'm going to get the DJI Pocket or whether I'm going to get a proper vlogging camera. I'm thinking I might get a DJI Pocket just because they seem to have a pretty good reputation, and a lot of bloggers and YouTubers use that with good results. So I'm thinking, yeah, probably that. What else? Um, as far as electronics, now I'm gonna wait on a laptop, and I know, yes, it's gonna be um more expensive. That's one of the more expensive items, so I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna make do with what I have now, which is a laptop that I got in Mexico, actually. And yes, it was more, but I also needed a laptop because one of my main laptop that I was using decided to like just like do some weird things technologically speaking, and had to take it apart and all of these things. So I'm like, it doesn't feel like a stable environment to put very important things on, and so I'm using that as a development laptop for other tech projects and things like that. So that's that. That particular thing in under the category of miscellaneous items. All of my hair and things like that, the many different wigs or whatever. And oh my gosh, listen, makeup, because the brown ladies and brown people that wear other brown people that wear makeup. Hey, my queer people, yes. Um, for my makeup wearers, stock up all of the brown makeup you can get your hands on that you can afford while you're in the States, while you have good access to it, because especially like in Southeast Asia, you're not going to have a lot of options, if any at all. Now, I'm not going to try and just go, I'm not trying to FAFO on my makeup game while I'm there, so I'm stocking up slowly on the things that are my staples. And Um, yeah, and by staples, I mean my favorite. What do I have over there? My favorite mascara, my favorite brow pencil. It's not. It's a fantastic brow pencil I recently found. I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes, which I know you're like eyeshadow palettes. You do eyeshadow? Yes, I do. Not great. You'll see me struggle with that in the future, but yes, that is a thing that definitely is. One of the items. I'm looking over here because all of the makeup and things are over there on the dresser. What else? Foundation. Now, here's the interesting thing. I am not using foundation um, because I really haven't found one that really exactly fits my skin tone. Now, I know Monica Rabbit Conway. Now, she's a- about my color, maybe a little bit lighter, but she's neutral, like neutral olive, right? And I'm like olive greeny, barely yellow, and it's been a really hard combination to try to find an exact match for. And now I'm going to tell y'all, surprise happy birthday if you stuck with me this long. Thank you. Like and subscribe, y'all. Yeah, so apparently Laneige has over in South Korea, I believe she said, they will make you your perfect foundation. Sorry about that. Your perfect foundation color. And I'm like, okay. If there's ever a reason to bop around, is for this makeup gal to go find her perfect foundation finally. Finally. Okay. Now, I used to have a super good match in Color FX. I was using, oh my gosh, I think it was 90N. And it disappeared, y'all. Color FX was like, no, you don't need 90N anymore. I'm like, but that was my color. And then 95N, I think it was more like my summer color. I had it on lock. I had the whole color FX. I had a whole palette that had a contour, highlight, and everything in it. Do they have it anymore? No, honey, that was from years ago, and I'm so sad. So color effects. Can you bring back 90N? Por favor. Muchísimas gracias. Um, Gosh, so what other in the makeup category am I stocking up on? Um, oh, so the other thing that is a pretty good match that I use instead of foundation is concealer. Um, and so I forget what it's called, but you just do the lightest parts of your face and just powder it and let that be what you do. And I'm like, I like that actually much better than struggling through finding another foundation, to be honest. And I've used this go around for what, 2 years now. So is it the best look? No, because I like a full beat. And that's not a full beat like I like, but it is what it is. Oh, and ooh, perfumes. Yes. Gather up your perfumes. That's another thing I did also get. So that was another finance vault that I put. Another aspect of financial stuff that I put under, just toss under miscellaneous. I guess you could also put beauty category. And as far as clothing, I have minimal clothes. I'm a techie. I have two suitcases full of tech gear because I wound up doing like it's a lot of cords in there. It's a lot of pieces of computers, and I know they're probably looking at me like, oh my god, what's it? I know it's obvious. It's like the person is either into computer networking and that kind of thing. But that's what I have a lot of in my suitcases, as well as art supplies, interestingly. So yeah, there you go. You can see like one of them there is I have colored pencils. And so art supplies are another category of thing that, now listen, if you're a serious artist, I would think that now you would know better than I about if the cost of if the cost of the really good supplies are less expensive internationally. I'm still at the beginning stages or still using like moderately priced to inexpensive art supplies. So those are what I have been gathering as far as what's under my category of miscellaneous as far as art supplies. So colored pencils, notebooks, paper. I think I have like two paintbrushes, maybe three. But again, they're like mid-grade paintbrushes. I didn't. I bought them in Mexico. I didn't even price them out in the U.S. Um, but I am looking forward to finding out what the art supply situation is looking like in Southeast Asia because I tend to do a lot more painting. And yeah, because I found that's quite soothing and creatively speaking, it's amazing. I love it. So again, that's another thing, under the financial category. If you're an artist of any kind, bring your favorite supplies with you, I would say. Maybe don't FAFO around your art supplies, especially if you're like you like a specific kind of brush. Definitely bring it with you. You like us, yeah. I do believe what other categories under financials for me that I've done recently in preparation in this space. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, shoes. Shoes, y'all. Um, I don't care about shoes so much as I have one pair of shoes. I have one pair of gym shoes and I bought them in Mexico and I tossed out two other pair of shoes just because they weren't my favorite. And if ever only keeping two big suitcases and a backpack will teach you. It is this: you only have room for your very, very favorite, and you only have room for maybe one or two of your favorite. And so I got those gym shoes, and they're just going to be my gym shoes until I wear them out. Okay, until I wear them out. Um, so yeah, one pair of shoes. I think I have maybe two complete outfits. I wear this. This doubles as an everything thing. I wear it all the time, or outside, inside. It's a, it's actually a robe, very versatile. So I have versatile pieces. I have one outfit I bought in Ciudad de Mexico at Tianguis, which I love. Um, so what else? It's not much clothes, not shoes. But again, if shoes are something you like, and also you're willing to maybe have three big bags, bring your favorite shoes. Okay, there's no need for you to be without style. If style and fashion is very important to you, bring your shoes, bring your very favorites, and consider that in the cost of stocking up before you go. Unless, of course, you're headed to Italy, in which case, don't buy anything. Wait till you get to Italy and get all the fashion, honey. Just get all the fashion there. Um, but for me, let's see. I have here's an interesting category of expense that I didn't anticipate, but has been absolutely pivotal, and that is items for my mental health, for my joy aspect of things. And I will say that um, I bought more stickers, and that's a joy thing for me. I bought more ink for my fancy oh gosh, my eyeball wanting to be all dry. Anyway, so more fancy ink for my fancy fountain pen. Fancy fountain pens are, and I bought this for my birthday a few years ago. Is a Visconti, which I love. Actually, I take that back. I like it. Oh gosh, now I hear my mouth. It's okay. Like I found out that the nib is a bit scratchy, and yeah, that just it displeases me a little bit. But anyway, so be that as it may, maybe one of my still one of my favorite pens. And buying the fancy ink, the good ink for the pen is a little. I consider it joy and pleasure practice. So that's been nice. What else? Oh, y'all. So I am an avid reader. Another thing that you're going to want to consider for if you're in a liminal space and not able to really be physically where you want to be is now if you're an avid reader, you probably already know this, but I'm going to tell it to you one more time. One more time. It's this: be prepared to spend a guap, a lot, a whole bag on the amount of audiobooks or just regular books, um, just in order to read and like manage any stress or anything else like that. However, I'm going to give y'all, if you don't already know this, I am going to give you the best thing that was told to me a couple years ago, and I had to come back to Hawaii for this because, hello, don't know if you know, but through the library system, public library system, you can get audiobooks. Mm. There's an app called Libby, and so the reason why I actually had to put my library card for whatever reason wasn't working, or maybe it took too long to use it or whatever. But yeah, one of the first thing I did here was to actually get my library card so I could get more audiobooks because hello, I am so serious when I tell you I'm an avid reader. Like already I've read 4 books so far this year. Year before last was like 51. And yeah, bibliotherapy, reading, all of that really increases the my mental stimulation, which I need to feel happy and joyful and expansive. So yeah, get a public library card, get Libby, and oh my gosh, another wonderful thing that I found out through just like flipping through Libby was that I don't know if it's just Hawaii or whether it's other public library systems, is that there's an app called Canopy and you can rent movies. I was like, what? I can rent, listen, y'all. And I was so spectacularly happy about this because, like I said, I don't like to have many subscriptions at all, but I do love movies. And one of the movies that I wanted to, there's just so many movies I haven't seen that I wanted to see. And so by the fact that I could rent movies for free, girl, free 99, um, without just no subscription, over the moon as a movie lover, over the moon about it. So there you go. In order for you to save like in your finances, in the in-between space, and even in the future, get Libby, get Canopy. You're welcome. Oh my God, you're gonna love it. I'm so happy for you. If you didn't know, it's so serious. Like for me, I'm serious. When I tell you, I go through books like it's crazy. Like I do. Like I'm gonna tell you the most recent book I read was Talon, and then now I'm reading Rogue by J. Kagawa. I forget. I don't know whether her name is Julie or whatever her name is, but it begins with a J. I'm pretty sure, and Kagawa is her last name. Also, I don't know if that's their pronouns either. Their their name is Kagawa. The first book was Talon. The second book is Rogue. So I am almost finished with Rogue, and it's cute. Little YA lightness fantasy dragon thing. Oh, don't we all wish we had a dragon? That'd be great. Yes. So that was another huge category of what do you call it? Self-care that I didn't anticipate being like as expensive as it was as it was, but I don't know why I didn't think of it, but I do go through a lot of books, and if you do too, you're going to love Libby. And if you also love movies, you're gonna love Canopy. Yes, get your library cards, y'all. Get the library cards. It's amazing. Best card you could ever have outside of a bank card. I do believe that is all for the categories of financial things to maybe consider. Um, but yeah, so this has been a long one. And here I was thinking, oh, I'm just gonna turn on this just gonna turn on this mic and it was like, let her go with this all things financial that you might need to consider, you might want to consider, things you might want to put in your bag, not put in the bag, um, all of that I have so far that came across my mind in the past 3 days or so as I was kind of marinating on this topic in the back of my mind. So yeah, if you stayed this far, I really deeply appreciate you. Those are my ideas, and thank you for watching. I'm so glad you're here. I love you. Take care.